You know how sometimes when things seem to just fall apart, they actually, well, don't.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? Like a plan goes totally sideways.
Exactly. Welcome to this deep dive where we're looking right at those moments.
We are. Today we're unpacking this idea that setbacks can unexpectedly open new doors.
It's something I think everyone sort of runs into, that feeling.
For sure. And to really frame this, let's think about the word decimate.
Okay. Decimate.
Yeah, it's got a couple of meanings, right? Like destroying a whole lot of some plants, people, whatever.
Right. Widespread destruction.
Or it can mean severely damaging or wrecking a big part of something important.
So either way, it implies a major, major hit.
Yeah.
A big disruption.
Precisely. A real feeling of loss or damage.
And we're going to explore how that feeling, that disruption, can actually be a starting point. We've got a personal story and a really potent quote to look at.
Yeah, let's start with that personal angle. Picture someone aiming super high, like really ambitious academic goals.
Okay, pouring everything into it.
Right. And the results come back. And they're fine. You know? Plain old great, even.
But not earth-shattering, not the breakthrough they wanted.
Exactly. Not groundbreaking. And that feeling, it can feel like the floor just dropped out from under you unexpectedly.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not like a clear you failed stamp, but
Yeah.
that gap between what you poured in and what came out, it can feel like things are just unraveling.
But here's the interesting part, the twist.
What happened next?
Well, that disappointment, it didn't just lead to, like, giving up. Instead, something else started to grow.
Okay.
A different kind of strength. Perseverance, really.
Ah, okay. So sticking with it, but maybe differently.
Well, more like the experience built that muscle and that resilience, which came out of this, let's say, not quite the dream academic result.
Yeah.
It turned out to be incredibly valuable somewhere totally different.
Wait.
In game development, actually.
Wow. Okay. That's quite a shift.
It is. But it shows how that effort, even though it missed the original target, wasn't, like, wasted. It was building something else useful without anyone realizing it at the time.
So it's like that energy gets repurposed.
Sort of. And it connects to that, almost primal thing people do. Salvage what you can. Keep going.
The old cliche, just keep swimming.
Yeah, that one. But the source material called it uncovering a natural raw strength. Like maybe you wouldn't have found that deep down resilience if things hadn't gone a bit wrong.
That's a powerful idea. That the setback itself forces you to dig deeper.
Right. And speaking of digging deep after hitting a low point, that brings us to that J.K. Rowling quote.
Oh yeah, the rock bottom one. It's so good.
It really is. Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life.
Just, wow, what an image, right?
It completely reframes everything. That lowest point, the thing you dread, it becomes the starting block, the solid ground you need to build something new, maybe something even stronger.
It turns the whole idea of a setback on its head. It's not just an endpoint.
Not at all. It's potentially the beginning of a whole new construction project built on tougher stuff.
Yeah. And, it makes me think about that picture we looked at, the one with the teenager.
The one with the t-shirts? Yeah.
Yeah, standing there with all these unsold shirts and that kind of sad, droopy grand opening sign. You can almost feel the disappointment, can't you?
Totally. A classic setback moment, hopes dashed.
But applying this idea, maybe that's not the end of the story for them. Maybe those unsold shirts are like data.
Or a catalyst, yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
it forces a creative rethink, a pivot.
Or they learn about marketing the hard way, or discover they're actually amazing at, I don't know, graphic design because they made the shirts themselves. Something totally unexpected.
Exactly. That's the core idea we're circling here. Those moments that feel devastating, like they're decimating our plans, they can, weirdly, be the very things that forge unexpected strengths.
And open up paths we literally couldn't have seen from where we started.
New opportunities arising from the rubble, so to speak.
So the key takeaway seems to be, don't underestimate the fallout from a setback. It might be building something valuable.
Absolutely. Strength, resilience, new directions.
So maybe something for you listening to think about as you go about your day. Can you recall a time when things really didn't pan out, when it felt like, well, rock bottom maybe?
Yeah, a moment where things felt like they were falling apart.
Looking back now, did that experience, maybe surprisingly, lay the groundwork for something positive, something strong you wouldn't have otherwise?
It makes you wonder, doesn't it, how often those difficult foundations end up supporting something truly resilient.
Definitely something to chew on. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us.